Feels good to be back.
Yeah, man. Black History Month, man.
It just started.
Black
And I'm
His-
sick of hearing about it already. Like, we don't get,
like
black people relax. We don't get a cookie. We don't get an extra bonus at work. I get the sentiment, but let's tone it down.
There's some things I don't want to see this month. Like all you streaming services. Oh, you need to listen to, here's some black voices. I do not want to see slavery movies as a black voice.
Yep.
We've been happy for years too. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
So I want someone to make a list of black movies that don't include trauma.
Yeah. I went to Hulu, and the first movie I saw was 12 Years a Slave. I logged out immediately. All right, dog. I see what type of shit y'all niggas on today.
Man, like, can you put on Soul? Like, how about that? Can I see The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah, what's something positive, though?
Daddy's Little Girls? Like,
yeah, something good.
Why am I watching Medea movies?
All day. Man, we have a Medea marathon. That's racist.
And that one light-skinned nigga, he's a little swole. They make him look crazy in every fucking movie, dog.
I know what you're talking about, too. I know what you're talking about. Welcome to another episode of
These Are the Aesthetics.
I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the hood journalist, a.k.a. if not me, then who, a.k.a. let me style your boyfriend because he's out here looking crazy.
Oh, shit, man. I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. in Gary We Trust, a.k.a. I guess you can say I put that shit on more than occasionally, a.k.a. Corona Velli, a.k.a. I'm not him, but I am him.
Okay.
At the same damn time.
Oh, man, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Yes, I don't know why. Like, I haven't gotten the best sleep in the last 2 days.
Yeah, me neither.
I think another thing I've been realizing too is that I've been seeing since like the temperature dropped, there's like emotions have been all over the place.
Okay. So you're pregnant? Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't really talking about me. But other than that, I just think that the holiday blues made its way to January a little bit later. That's all. But I'm good. Thank you for asking.
I feel like it's some light skin shit. My mood changes with the weather. What kind of shit is that? Niggas really got real day jobs, man. Stop.
All right, man. You want to go there? First, I need to make a public service announcement. Y'all need to show some fucking respect to people that work from home.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You guys are the heroes of our nation.
Not saying that we're heroes, but the thing is, like, when people like know you work from home, they just think that you just at home beating your meat all day.
No, you're right. You're an essential worker. You're right. My bad. You're risking your life in the front lines.
You know, I'm gonna say fuck all servers. I'm gonna get it to go.
Whoa, buddy. But damn, man, it's been a crazy week, man. A lot of headlines. As much as we would have come here, and not try to be gossip girls, but you guys just, god damn it, it's just shit after shit after shit.
It's been a wild week.
It's been a wild week, man. Do you want to get us started? We can start with our first segment and get it out the way, and then we'll just get on to it.
Gotcha, man. So the first section, of course, is fire or cap, which means we're basically breaking down the aesthetics. Like we're named these are the aesthetics, but why would we be named that? If we don't talk about the aesthetics, is like fashion, what we put on, or just shit that we just like.
True.
So one thing that definitely had everyone astray, Rihanna and Asap Rocky announced that they're pregnant.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts?
Sniper gang. I'm super happy, man. Because I remember the VMAs when, ASAP was performing with her, try to grab on her, and she was trying to style on him, push his hand back, and now 10 years later, you having this baby, and everybody know Rihanna has been a pimp for a long time.
1,000%.
She only dated quality niggas like Prince of this place, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Kareem Benzema.
Yeah, soccer players like businessmen, artists, movie stars,
Moguls.
so moguls. You feel me? And she's the new version of Madonna, pretty much. She's a woman that's very liberated, does whatever she wants. She got the money to back it up. She has a big influence, and a lot of people thought she was gonna just be single for a while, man, and to watch her fall in love, and now the product of that is a baby that's super dope, and I'm happy for the both of them. I can't wait to see how the new kid, man, how they gonna dress and style.
It's gonna be the swaggiest
that boy or that
motherfucker.
little girl, man. It's gonna be crazy.
When I saw it, I'm like, I feel like people kind of expected it a couple of months because like Rihanna hasn't been dressing as revealing lately.
True.
So people kind of expected it, and I'm really happy for him, especially like with Rocky. I know that's a big dub. He got a billionaire pregnant.
Yeah, that's true. That's a W for sure.
And
City Boy's up 1,000, man. City Boy's up.
out of all the relationships she's been in, like even going back to Chris Brown or going back to Drake, the fact that like you can tell she just generally looks happy with Rocky.
And another thing too, man, not to be ain't shit, but Rocky can actually quit making music now. If he retires today, he could put Rihanna on child support, and he could be up for the rest of his life. I'm just joking.
The real question is Rihanna pregnant or Rocky pregnant?
That's crazy. I think the last thing I gotta say about that, man, I see a lot of you posting that news like y'all actually know Rihanna, know ASAP. I'm gonna need y'all to come the fuck down and use that same energy to support your local businesses, your friends that are doing something, whether it's talent, a business, or just like a new venture. I just want people to keep the same energy. Like, you guys are putting way too much stock into celebrities' lives and daily routine as, you should towards like people that you actually know in real life. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the memes. Like, one of my favorite memes is that, like, Megan, they gave us back Megan Good to the streets, but they took Rihanna out the streets.
That and the funniest one I think is the meme of Drake and Chris Brown crying on the phone together.
Yeah, that one was crazy, bro. And you gotta think like Rocky really making Rihanna happy, because do you know how much it takes to get a billionaire to leave her 5-star hotel to go into the hood of Harlem to get some chicken?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm not gonna expand on it, but he doing something right.
Yeah, and I mean, not to shit on Rocky. Like, Rocky has had a roster. Like, Rocky, has been out here. He's been a womanizer. He's been one of them guys with dreads that women always used to fuck with a lot. You feel me? I remember that wave of people in high school putting ASAP in front of their names. Like, maybe it's gonna make me old, but remember that wave?
I remember that. ASV,
yeah.
ASVP.
Like, when you get that new Facebook, it was either that or that clique that Tyler the Creator was rolling with.
Oh yeah, with Odd Future.
It was either Odd Future or ASAP. Everybody wanted to be in Odd Future or ASAP.
Rocky had a roster, dating both
sure.
Azaleas, and bro, he went to the Met Gala with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. He's been out here. He's been out here for a while, man. But, we love over here at These Are the Aesthetics. So, we support that for sure. So, yeah, man.
I hear that.
More happiness to them.
You should. So, in other news, not really big news, but it's like, I wouldn't say it's not a surprise. Kanye is kind of like throws a little bit shade on NFTs. Basically, he's saying how like, all the people that's been trying to tell me to get NFTs, I'm not into that, at least for now. I make music for the real world, entertainment for the real world. He just focus on real life shit. So my take on it is that I'm like, obviously it's his opinion for sure. Like, I try my best not to shit on NFTs, because when you shit on NFTs, it kind of makes you look like the stubborn dude, the stubborn old dude. But the only reason why I can't shit on it too is because people are actually making money from it. Even though I don't believe in it, I always tell people, if you got the disposable money, then I'm cool with it. But bro, if you working paycheck to paycheck, that should not be your bag, at least for now.
Or at least your priority. For me is, I mean, like you said, it's his opinion. My take on Kanye saying like he's not rocking with NFTs for now, because he never said like never. He just said stop asking me to do one. I think we put so much stock into people like Elon Musk that think about the future so much, and we follow so many scientists, and so we see so many theories of what's gonna happen in the future. Like, some people like to live in the now. You get what I'm saying? Some people want to live day to day. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of cool when you create a product that people could use day to day that could, make life easy for us on Earth. And the prime example of that is Jeff Bezos and Amazon. You can literally order something right now and it gets to your door tomorrow. That's something that is convenience at its finest because, you want that couch or you want that charger and you don't want to go to a store, or you want it delivered straight to your door, for a small fee, I could get it to you. And I support all the creatives that are trying to give us products for us to enjoy now, because we just went through a pandemic and we're still going through it a little bit. I appreciate the artists that are making music right now, that are touring right now, the clubs that are open, the strip clubs that are open, anything to give us entertainment, to take us away mentally from our daily struggles. I appreciate that, because not too many people could be visionaries where they could think about the future. Some people don't even know where the next meal is coming from.
Yeah, because they're on the hamster wheel. They just
exactly. So it's good to focus on the future, but also it's good to appreciate the things that are in the now, because it's like, that's, we live like right now. The one thing you don't want to do is live your life with regret, or just live your whole life expecting shit and working towards the future, and at the end you regret not actually living and fulfilling, what your true destiny is. So, I feel him. I'm leaning towards Kanye West in that topic, because I do understand where he's coming from. But it is a little ignorant to say, like, you're not rocking with it completely. You feel me? Just, if you say you don't have time for it, I get it. But
I want to tell people, the NFTs, it's not like, even though I still think it's cap in my opinion, but like you can't really ignore it because Nike is going into the fashion world. Like, some shit is getting serious when it goes into like goes on your radar. Like Nike's doing NFTs, Adidas is going in NFTs, Bape just announced they're doing NFTs. So this is going to be, unfortunately, it's going to be in the virtual. But like, that's why I don't really. Well, I don't even like the whole virtual shit, because I'm just, like I said, I'm more of a realistic person. That's why, like, I always looked at it as weird, even when people, I think I mentioned on this show before that, like, people like Grand Theft Auto Online, like GTA 5, when people have like get real serious about like, oh, they're my player, they're online player. Oh, I bought land for this dude, this and that. They're so caught up on the virtual reality. But I'm like, fam, you need a new couch.
Yep.
You need a new couch, man. But that shit, like, I even think like what the 2K, the my player shit is kind of weird to me as well too. Fam, you not in the NBA. It's okay.
Nah, man. But let me remind, the last thing I want to say about this NFT thing, I want people to realize their power. We have the power to build something up and to tear it down. They're using you, what you like, and they're manipulating you to put power and to put influence on something. An NFT doesn't pop if enough people don't buy it or don't buy into it. So the same energy you guys are using towards somebody else's bullshit online that you don't know, again, use it on your local businesses, your mom and pop shops, your home girl that's making T-shirts. How about hype that up? You get what I'm saying? Build hype around that. So, we don't do too much of, our own shit, and then we want to put stock into somebody else's shit and get mad when we get played and we get left out. So again, I want people to realize what their power is, and to put it in the right place. That's all. And to put it in the right hands, I should say.
That is true. That's true. I was trying to look for like the pictures, but our next topic is into Fat Joe. So
Joe Crack.
Joey Crack, man. So he's been in the news, well, at least in sneaker media lately, or just fashion media in general, because he's been taking some pictures, I guess, of his recent outfits, and there's been like some people just reacting.
Backlash, yeah.
Not really backlash, just people are just reacting to it. It's kind of like the same way where like Steve Harvey was getting into his bag.
I was just about to say that.
It's like the same thing, like where people are just like reacting to like what they're dressing like. So here's my thing with Fat Joe. Everyone's cracking on him like, oh bro, why is he still dressing like that? Even though I think like some of the outfits is decent, maybe some might be a little outdated for his age, this and that. But my take on the recent Fat Joe pictures is that people, you gotta remember, this dude used to be 400 pounds.
Yep.
He the fact that he's wearing skinny jeans, it's like, yo, he probably never thought he would wear skinny jeans in his life.
Yep.
And the fact's like, and he's still looking fly doing it. Is he wearing some shit where it's like I didn't expect someone his age to wear? Yeah, but the thing is, that's why I'm not really trying to hate on him that much because like, yo, I know you worked hard to put on the fit you got on right now. That's just how I took it.
Nah, I definitely like the new wave of Steve Harvey and Fat Joe revamping their style because it shows evolution, it shows growth. The one thing that the youth and us in general don't appreciate is when the old heads get stuck in their own way. Like there's new fashion trends every day. I'm not saying like fill your closet with all of that shit, that new wave shit. You feel me? Because that's not you. But at the same time, if you bust a few pieces here and there, doing it, you feel me? I look at it as a prideful parent. Like, yo, Steve Harvey was always wearing them big ass suits. I'm glad you got a stylist and you able to branch out a little bit and look hip while you doing it. You get what I'm saying? You work hard for all the money you got. Enjoy it. Look the part. You get what I'm saying? Part of being who you are is, everybody is a brand at the end of the day. You got to represent yourself. Fat Joe is still getting bags to do, he's still doing club dates. He's still, touring. He's still doing verses. He's still very active in the studio. You got to be around these young niggas. You got to be fly. You feel me?
And I remember when people were cracking on Fabulous for wearing that sweatsuit to the gym and he had the Burberry shit on. I'm like, hey, he's just trying to be fly. But the reason why I bring up the Fat Joe topic is I wanted to ask you, so when is it a certain time you should stop wearing something?
I don't think you should ever stop wearing things that you love. I think there's time and a place for everything. Okay, you feel me? If you go into a wedding, fam, I don't want to see no Yeezys. I don't want to see no Air Max.
I don't want to see sneakers at weddings in general. I don't like it. I do not like it.
I don't mind a pair of ones. I've seen people style some ones or some low top dunks, like some black and white dunks, and they're very cool.
Out of all the designer loafers, dress shoes,
listen, I get it. It's a personal preference. I respect it. And again, you gotta have the body type to do that shit.
And you're talking to a dude that only wears sneakers.
No, I get it. I get it. I personally don't mind it, but fam, you feel me? Fat Joe, you performing in the club, you going on tour, sneakers all the way. You feel me? But you going to a wedding, you meeting like Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnold, like somebody for a brand meeting, like you gotta suit up. You get what I'm saying? Or at least, get into your grown man bag. So I mean, I don't mind it though. Like I'm proud, bro. Like my whole life, Fat Joe has been fat. His name is Fat Joe.
Now people just call him Joe at this point.
And we all know, like, most of the designer shit, besides Balenciaga and Rick Owens, is always, all that high-end shit was always made for slimmer, people with a smaller physique. So the fact that, I see these niggas could wear, like, a size large now, like, that's crazy, bro. Like, look up Fat Joe old pictures on red carpets. Like, you'd be surprised.
Bro. There's certain shit that I just feel like there should be more of a bag. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
But if you like 40, 50, the baggy pant gotta go. You just gotta be clean and presentable damn near all times. Because the second you put on like a Supreme box logo at 50 years old, you look kind of crazy. And just saying.
I think it depends on where you're going.
I guess where you're going.
If you going to your son's basketball game, you throw that on with some sneakers. Cool, but fam, if you going to a school play, relax.
All right, all right. You see where I'm getting at now? Like as I get older, I have a hot take.
Okay.
Any Jordan over the 4, I'm gonna exempt the 6. You should not wear it with jeans.
All right, that's a little wild for me.
I'm gonna say, all right, you shouldn't be wearing Jordan 7s with jeans. If you're 30, 35 and up, there's certain retros you can't wear with jeans, in my personal opinion. Because like 9 times out of 10 when you go into the club, first of all, I don't want to see no 8s in the club. I don't want to see no 9s, 10s, 12s.
Okay.
Well, 12s. All right, the 12s. All right. There's certain shit depending on the club, but as far as you want to look like kind of like a higher end club or something,
yeah.
Like the 1s will look good, 2s. 3s, 4s. Stop it right there.
Yeah.
Just stop. Stop it right there. You're pushing it.
My only, rebuttal to that is, again, I'm not mad at anybody that wants to wear what they want. Just make sure your body type goes with what you want to wear. Like, if you're a fat nigga, if you wear some Yeezys 350s, you're gonna look look crazy.
Oh, I'll make
what I'm saying?
I'll make a public statement. Any nigga that got Cankles, the Jordan 9 is not for you. I'll be the first to say.
A nigga with Cankles is crazy.
I know like some of my homies got Cankles, it's cool, but the Jordan 9 is not for you. The Jordan 11 is possibly not for you either.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of sneakers, what's going on in the sneaker world? You used to work at a sneaker store, so did I. Mm-hmm. But I just never heard or seen no shit like this. So break it down, because you sent me that story and now I was blown away, literally.
So reports, not even reports. I'm like, fuck all that. Skip the schematics. This shit happened. There is this Foot Locker manager in Brampton, Canada. Apparently, he stripped naked and ejaculated in a sneaker and proceeded to give the shoe to customers on the floor. Fam.
Yeah, that's nuts.
There's some shit that's nasty. There's some shit that's disgusting. There's some shit that's repulsive. My nigga, this shit's inhumane.
Yeah, and you need to go to jail for that, bro.
Bro, we both been in a sneaker store. I understand that there's some customers that like literally get on our ass about everything, like nah. Especially when it comes to getting their right size. Mm-hmm. And some customers that don't even know their shoe size.
Nah, 1,000%. I've been there.
Bro, but there's ejaculating in a fucking sneaker, bro, you need help.
Yep.
And what's even crazy, like, we live in such a clout era, bro. Why are people still recording themselves doing crimes? Like, what did you think was gonna happen when this shit came out?
Here's the evidence. Come find me.
His buddy's name is out. His address is out. Like, fam. And on top of this is happening during COVID.
You know what? I kind of blame the wave of, and that's what I never used to like Snapchat a lot. And it's the wave of TikTok too. Like, I see people at work shooting TikToks. Like, I'm like, fam, you at work, you got your uniform on. Even on a safety note, like, you want everybody to know where you work? You get what I'm saying? Like, you want people to see what you doing day to day. You want people to see what you eating every lunch. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not trying to sound like the old grumpy dude. I'm only 25. I'm just saying, look, like, you don't have to record every part of your fucking day in hopes that you blow up and you get, you feel me? If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. Just work hard, bro. But fuck, like, we need to stop doing shit for a click. You feel me? Like, this shit is corny, disgusting, and uncalled for. Like,
bro, it's trash, bro. And the closest thing that I've seen visibly, that the worst thing one of my coworkers done to a shoe before they gave it to an employee, they farted on the shoe. That's the worst thing I've seen. I thought that was OD. I'm like, all right, fam. Like, I see some employees spit on a shoe and give it to customers. I don't know, like, that's why I always tell people, like, yo, treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, man. It's crazy.
And the one last thing I wanted to touch on in the fire cap section. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but foot actions are apparently closing across the nation. They're like closing rapidly, and I touched on it last week that the store I worked at for 4 years, Foot Action in Boynton Beach Mall, is closing down for good. It was real crazy, just like really like sitting there and watching it, just like all the times, all the memories I had, good, bad, terrible, great memories. I remember like literally, I just looked at it for a good 2 minutes, like, damn, I remember I almost lost my life right there by the Adidas section.
They bust your car window there. Somebody took a shit and pissed on the floor. Like, you went through some shit, bro.
I remember all the releases that people like threatened me over. All the good shit. Like, I remember
the fake friendships niggas trying to throw out there to secure a shoe.
All the real friendships that I met too. I met you through Foot Action too. I know that
we met at school.
Well, that was the only reason why this nigga wanted to be cool with me.
That's not true. We met at school. We met in college. Yo, we gotta stop. We gotta come here with the truth, dog. We met on a school campus. I didn't even know who you were. You feel me? I only found out about you because Reese, our homie Reese, was trying to talk to your cousin. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this? Yeah, you feel me? I'm like,
I've been getting used my whole life, y'all.
I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? You used to come around Reese. Reese knew you, and then we ended up having a class together. And yeah, we kind of click, and then boom, the friendship kind of blossomed. Don't act like I went to Foot Action and dapped you up and be like, bro, you want to be friends?
That's my nigga. That's my nigga. Yeah, man, I got a lot of gems. I got a lot of my homies' gems, even though they don't like to claim it sometimes. You know, just hooked up a lot of my homies. You, Maidov, your brother.
Allegedly, you feel me? You might you might work for that company or represent that company in some way, shape, or form in the future. So,
I feel you. But the reason why I bring up foot action, even though like it is sad that kind of like a staple in the city is gone. Do you have any reasons why you think some foot actions are closing across the nation?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, man. It's just like, get down or lay down. That's pretty much the only thing I could think about. Because, you know, when you think about sneakers and sneaker stores and malls, it's always been predominantly Foot Locker and Champs. And Finish Line kind of crept up. I personally thought Finish Line was going to disappear quicker than Foot Action.
They got bought by JD Sports.
Yeah, because Finish Line always, every time you go in the store, they always got a sale going on. They always got a rack somewhere in the store where they always doing sales. They got a rack in the back of clothes, old champion shit that nobody wanted. Or, you know, when I thought they were really going to close down was when they start getting, like, artist merch. And, like, I'm like, damn, y'all niggas is really desperate.
When I saw NBA Youngboy merch at Foot Action, like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, so, I mean, again, you know, because of the pandemic, them not getting the traction that they're used to, people working from home. So, it's like, you feel me, that changed a lot, you know. So, yeah, man, it's just... If they can't afford to keep people in the location, then yeah, get that shit out of here.
I hear that. So the reason why, like, I think that some of the stores are closing down is because obviously anybody can realize that all the fucking resale shops that are opening up, that could be a possibility.
That's true.
Think about it, like, why would I want to spend $150 on a pair of shoes here where I can just spend $220 to another $100 for a shoe I actually want?
True.
That's one reason, and there could be a fact that, maybe Foot Locker maybe realize that, why are we having 3 sources of income in each mall?
Exactly.
Like, after there's like Foot Locker, Champs, and Foot Action have the same inventory. Like, fam.
It's like going to a party and seeing your little brother there. Like, what the fuck is you doing here? Like, stay home. Like, stop following me everywhere. I feel like that's how Foot Locker feels when Finish Line and Foot Action is in the same mall.
It's like bar hopping. Like,
yeah, bro, go home, bro. What are you doing? Stop following me. Like,
and what's even more fucked up is that some of the stores have to compete. Like, oh, I'm gonna sell more money than you. Get some more money than you. We don't have control over that. It's like you have the size, I don't. Like. Just have all that shit in one store and it will be good. And I think possibly in the future, maybe Champs could go too, maybe. Who knows? Because at the 9 times out of 10, when you see someone work in a sneaker store, they're like, oh, they're not going to remember, oh, he worked at Finish Line, he worked at Foot Action. Oh, that Foot Locker nigga.
Yep.
That's the most, like, popular name that you can think of that I'm in a sneaker store in a mall.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think the next to go would probably be Finish Line. But we'll see. I mean, you know, I pray people don't lose their jobs. Like, trust me, we're not trying to be insensitive and wishing people lose their jobs and shit like that. But again, like I said last week, I'm glad you got out of that situation when you did, because you know, imagine you had real bills and more responsibilities on your shoulders to cover. Like, you would have been fucked now.
Just for them to say, hey, there's a spot for you in Sawgrass.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, let's get into the fuckery.
A lot of fuckery happened this week, yo.
So I'm minding my own business on the timeline, potentially looking at, a few gorgeous ladies doing their thing, minding their business. And I saw Stephen A. trending. So, I have the notifications on Twitter. So when a name is being repeated a lot, people are tagging you and shit. So I go on Twitter and I click on the video. And I saw that Stephen A. Although I'm not gonna say he was in charge of the footage that was playing while he was talking.
But he was talking.
But
he was talking.
He was talking. So he was doing a Kobe tribute, R.I.P. Kobe, and he was, demoralizing, attacking, and throwing jabs, throwing subs at current NBA players. He was pretty much being a bitter bitch. He was subbing players while using Kobe's memory. Using Kobe's memory was a little distasteful. It was it's a sensitive time. You feel me? Kobe was very beloved And I thought, you know, it was bad timing, Stephen A, bad timing. But I thought about it, I'm like, the reason why we love somebody is sometimes the reason why we hate them. Prime example, Kanye. We love Kanye when he speaks up for us. But as soon as he does something we don't like, oh my God, this nigga is loud, he's crazy. He's been crazy, you know that. Stephen A has been controversial. This is why he's the highest paid male on ESPN. We know this already. You know these media people do shit to stay relevant. We know that. We play the media game. We have a podcast to promote. We know how it is. So everybody had their pennies in a bunch. I understood why he did it, and I knew he did not mean any harm by it. But at the end of the day, my last thing is the most effective form of medicine most of the time doesn't taste good. You could take these pills that could take 4 hours to work, or you could take this nasty ass syrup that's gonna flush your system on the spot and help you with whatever you need. So although it was a little distasteful and bad timing from him, I felt like that message needed to be sent out there, and I'm on his side.
1,000%. So before I give my take, I want to ask, was there any lies told?
No.
There was no lies. And
No.
I do understand there's a time and place for everything, but Stephen A. His point was obviously made. So why I love that speech is because, bro, all you ball players love to claim, oh, Mamba mentality. A lot of y'all was freaking hooping with Kobe. But a lot of y'all just don't have y'all heart in the game like that as much as he did. And sad to say it, but the NBA is kind of in like this is probably one of the most disappointing seasons because everyone was so psyched, but it's either a player, it calls out for COVID protocols, he sprained his wrist, his ankle hurts. What's it called? Like maybe a mental break or something, or load management.
Yep.
When Kobe was playing, none of that shit existed, man. Bro, Kobe literally dislocated his right shoulder and continued the game playing with his left.
Yep.
Playing with his left hand.
Yeah, that's what separates franchise players from the rest of the bums, man.
Bro, have you ever seen Kobe play with like all 10 fingers perfectly?
Nope. He always has something wrapped up.
Bro, always.
Whether it's his knee, a finger, a shoulder, a mask in the face, and he's always sweating bullets. I've never seen Kobe, in my lifetime, in my personal experiences, unless he's really injured, I've probably seen Kobe outside of a game maybe for 8 minutes, tops, out of the 48.
If Kobe's sitting out, that means that man damn near had a death experience.
Really, like he's about to call the ambulance. But see, man, it comes down to this. I feel like, and to have to really get a call back from what we were talking about earlier with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, I feel like just the number one critique that ASAP used to get was like, yo, you just a model, a fly nigga that rap sometimes, whenever you feel like it. It's the same thing with these NBA players. You getting more money than the niggas was getting in the 90s. You got more opportunities. You guys have more freedom to say what you want compared to NFL players. You guys still refuse to do the work. You guys are getting millions and millions of dollars to literally entertain people, do something that you've been doing your whole fucking life. Some of you guys, this is all you know. If you leave this, you probably are going to be depressed and probably self-transition. Relax. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is go to practice every day, show up to the game, be professional, go home and enjoy your millions. I don't care what you do outside of the game. I don't care if you fuck bitches. I don't care if you run a strip club. We've seen Lou Williams. He has his extracurricular activities. We've seen James Harden.
We just want to see you play ball, bro.
We've seen John Wall.
That's a fact. We've seen John Wall outside.
So, you feel me? All you gotta do is do your part, contribute to the court, and go home. I really don't care what niggas do in their personal life, but what I'm paying you for, what I'm investing in you for, what a team and an association believe in you for, please deliver. Like, the number one thing my dad taught me growing up is if you're getting paid to do something and you agree to do it and it's not slavery, do it.
I understand. And there's I'm going to have to call some players out. Like, the reason why I consider this season so disappointing is because obviously the number one candidate, Ben Simmons, your reason for not playing is like, you just don't want to play. Anxiety. Fam, You signed a max contract for over $100 million. I will play basketball butt naked if I had to. Bro. And then you had Kyrie Irving. Bro, I think Kyrie Irving is the first ever part-time basketball player.
You stupid.
You had players like freaking Kawhi Leonard like a couple years ago. He just I understand he said he was injured, but fam, you definitely extended the time you had to be off. So I'm just saying, like, a lot of you players that claim to have this quote-unquote Mamba mentality is kind of disrespectful to Kobe's name, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, man, and you gotta love what you do, man. I feel like these niggas, like, they just want to dress fly, play for 20 minutes, and go home. Like, you know, niggas is not playing with their heart in the game. Niggas is not playing for championships. Half of them niggas got guaranteed contracts. Like, fam, you gotta deliver, bro. Like, cause I remember we had an episode, you know, a few months back where we talk about, I think we was talking about Antonio Brown when he first started wilding out. At a certain point, the money shouldn't matter to you anymore. It's about creating a legacy.
If I get
you
a
feel
ring.
me? Some of you guys are first generation millionaires. Cool. You make $13 million playing a game. You retire, bro. Within the next 10 to 20 years, if you don't make good business decisions, that money could be gone. What about your kids' kids, your grandkids? Like, when white people, and this is not to make it a race thing, but when white people are doing things, they do things for generations to come. They invest in the future. Niggas just trying to get iced out, go get a grill from Johnny Dang in Miami, fuck every bitch in New York from New York to Miami, and own every fucking luxury car. It's not about that, bro. Like, we've watched Deion Sanders get flashy, but he put up the numbers. We've watched Michael Jordan pull up to the games in a Ferrari, but guess what? Every time he goes to the playoff, he secures that ring. Like, you gotta pay to play, bro. Like,
there's some players. You just triggered me. There's a couple more players I need to be called out too. Damian Lillard. I understand that you hurt, but fam, why'd you sign a Supermax in Portland? You know you're not gonna get a ring there. That's one. Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. Fam, you turned down an $80 million contract to play in sunny Los Angeles with LeBron James just because you felt like you deserved more. Bro, you're not even an all-star. All we know you for is you pass and shoot the ball. It goes in occasionally.
Stupid. My last thing, that's my man, but fam, like, grow up, bro. Like, James Harden, I love you, bro. You're one of my favorite basketball players, bro. But, like, you don't have to be in the same city as Lil Baby, bro. Like, fam, everywhere you go is not okay.
All right, one thing about James Harden.
Some people don't make $1 million in a lifetime, bro. These niggas are getting 40, 50, 60 million a year.
So what?
I would pod Gary, I'm sorry to keep interrupting. I would record a podcast every 4 hours, getting 64 million a year.
Listen, all right. So the thing with James Harden and why I cut him some slack, even though what he did was a dickhead move, this man gained weight, risked his body just to leave a team. One thing about James Harden, though, even though he's always about the bullshit, when it comes to the court, he's gonna drop 30 to 40 every fucking game. That's what I respect, and that's why I respect about Odell Beckham Jr. Because Odell Beckham Jr., yes, he be in like the limelight, some shenanigans happen here or there, but he always posts in a video. He's in the fucking gym.
I get it, but it's like, I don't like the whining. It's like, bro, everywhere you go, it's not good enough. If it's not a player, if it's not a teammate, it's the organization. If it's not the organization, it's the treatment. If it's not the treatment, the city is racist. If it's not the city is racist, people are, attacking
Fans yell at me.
Fans yell at me. They're talking about my kids. Oh, you get into a fight. You fighting the referee. Like, fam, when are we going to put basketball in the forefront and win games and win championships? Like, life is simple, bro. Do what you're supposed to do, get the bag, and go home. I literally don't care what you do as soon as you walk off that court. But when you here, make sure you work. That's it.
That's a fact. We got to get to, like, your man.
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Man, I was sick to my stomach, dog. I was sick to my stomach when I read. Because there's been rumors for the last few weeks about Tom Brady retiring. Mm-hmm. And I didn't believe anything because I like to hear the news from the horse's mouth. Like, because, niggas will get a clickbait. Oh, I talked to his agent, fam. Me and my agent are having dinner right now. How the fuck did you talk to my agent? Like, I hate these ESPN niggas when they don't have a credible source. Well, a source close to him. Like, fam, no.
I think it just came to that point where, like, Tom Brady probably wanted to play another year, but maybe his doctor's like, fam, You're old.
Yeah, you old. Or again, there's like I pay attention to how niggas word things. He wrote a big ass letter thanking fans, teammates, and organizations and owners that he has played for. The last person he thanked was his wife, right? Mm-hmm. And there's something very specific that he said. He said, I love the fact that you put me on the forefront for the last 22 years and sacrificed your career to help me become a star while you watch the kids take care of the house and all that shit. It's a heavy feat that comes with being with a guy like that, you know, that half of the time when he gets home, he's sore from getting hit all the fucking time.
And he's always traveling.
He's always traveling.
Your husband for years.
Exactly. So, and you know, she's at home with 4 kids. And remember, she used to be a model. You feel me? So she literally sacrificed all these trips to Paris Fashion Week, you know, London Fashion Week to just deal with you and settle for the vacations and the occasional dick. So, you feel me? So, I you know,
even though she's getting occasional dick in a castle.
I definitely, like, you know, respect that and, you know, honorable, man. My number one regret is, you know, not seeing him play. Like, and that's my fault because I put that shit. Yeah, I put that shit off, man.
The thing is, you couldn't really regret it because the thing about going to a football game, you can't even see the fucking players.
I understand, but I feel like it's certain memories I just want to have them so I could tell my kids, like, yo, it's more to life than just like going to school, because that's what we were raised on. Like, I'm Haitian, bro. It's go to school, go to work, and go to church and come home. You feel me? And maybe have a few wives. Like that, you feel me? That's what I was raised on. You feel me? And you know,
your dad did not tell you to have a couple wives.
Maybe that's my spin on it. But you know, just growing up in an Americanized society and just traveling and just getting to know people and finding my way in the world, like, you know, there's more to live for. You feel me? Life is just not about just working your 9 to 5 and going home. You feel me? Even as you notice, me going to the little Taco Tuesday sometimes, it's just to get out of the house, bro. Because you don't want to be in that hamster wheel like you like to describe it. It's like every fucking day you wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and do it all over again. But, you know, I wish I've seen Allen Iverson play. I wish I'd seen Michael Jordan play. So now it's a mission for me to for sure go see LeBron. Because you feel me? Like, again, he played right here down the street in Miami, and
that's true.
Never cared to fucking go.
I went to one. I went to a couple Heat games. I saw LeBron play once. One thing I definitely regret, I did not go to the parade, the Heat parade, the last Heat parade.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
If the Heat win this year, shit, I would definitely go. The Heat is in second place. That's something that don't get talked about enough. Blood Floridians.
And they had a good season last year too, actually. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah. So switching gears a little bit. I'm not gonna stay on here long because I'm probably like one of the very few soccer fans around like every circle I'm in. But there's a big headline. I try to do some research. Everyone's kind of like taking their own spin on it, but there is a high chance that Kylian Mbappe is going to Real Madrid. That is freaking crazy because it blows my mind a little bit because he's French, and the fact that, bro, you were born in Paris and you're playing for like PSG.
That should be a dream come
That should
true.
be a dream come true, and the fact that you're leaving is like...
You're leaving home to go to a foreign land. You
don't speak Spanish.
And you black, too. Like, that could be a little hurdle, because Balotelli dealt with that a lot, and he was Italian. Like,
but let's be honest, that nigga was wild.
No, he was wild.
He broke into a women's prison. That nigga was wild.
But you know his own country wouldn't claim him?
Oh, actually, no, he was Italian.
Yeah, he was Italian.
Yeah.
They didn't claim him unless it was time for him to play for the national team, which was wild. I don't think he had his Italian citizenship.
That's crazy.
Because they said he was just African until it's time for them to win a game, and then, yeah, he's the number 1 player in the world.
That's crazy. Especially speaking about black people in soccer. With all my Barcelona fans, I don't know if you're happy or not, but Aubameyang, hopefully if I'm saying his name right, he got transferred to Barcelona as a loan. So what's actually the reason why I say that, what's really dope is that majority of Barcelona's forwards are black. And I didn't think I would ever be alive to see that. Because 9 times out of 10, when you saw people play for Barcelona, they're either from Spain, Argentina, or Brazil.
We had Eto'o back in the day, and Thierry Henry back in the day.
But it was like one little It's like a
sprinkle.
One little sprinkle in there. You have
blackness.
Titi and stuff like that's cool, and it's kind of like a full circle moment because I don't know if you know Dani Alves, the Brazilian dude. He's one
of my favorite players of all time.
I don't think he claims black, but he basically looks like Jesse Williams.
He was clearly black. He was mixed with black.
I guess, but he looks like Jesse Williams pretty much from Grey's Anatomy. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
So just to go from that, like it was a time where someone threw a banana on the fucking field at him, and he picked it up, he bit it, and then threw it back in the crowd as a fuck you, and then continued to play. From going to that, now seeing majority like black forwards on the team, I'm just saying it's dope to see.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, nowadays, man, I clearly could see why he would leave, PSG, because like we said earlier, like, fam, you brought Messi over here. At first, you brought Neymar.
Well, no, I don't think he brought Neymar. Hey, I'm gonna come over here.
Yeah. Well,
because Neymar just didn't like. It's not proven fact, but I'm sure Neymar just didn't like being in Messi's shadow. Because Neymar is such a god. He's a god in Brazil. So it's like, fam, why am I gonna be behind? Even though Messi is Messi, but like I don't want to be in no one's shadow.
And I think he's tight right now.
1,000%. 1,000. Like nigga, you came here too.
God damn. But I mean, Mbappe is a beast, bro. He's young, full of life. I just for the black players, I'm a little sensitive because it's like, fam, you go into a foreign country that probably just only like you for what you do. They don't really like you for who you are. You get what I'm saying?
If you fuck up,
if you fuck up, like you going back, you feel me? And you are a target to everything, and it's like you don't know the language. I'm sure he has a staff and he has enough money to have a decent life, but I guess it's the sense of community in me, like me being black, knowing what we go through in America alone, that it's like...
I can't imagine overseas.
Yeah, overseas is probably worse.
Hey, man, 23 years old, getting $50 million a year, get that bag.
Yeah, get that bag. Shit, I would probably go to Greece for that, and I'm Haitian. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll learn that language in 3 days. Oh, man. Summer Walker. One of my favorite R&B acts ever. Beautiful voice, talented, songstress. But
hey, before we enter it, I just want to tell you it is Black History Month, so watch your words.
Yeah. I'm gonna and I'm talking about a lady here, a black woman at that. I know the rules. This is the only thing I gotta say. We already know that she's weird. And I'm not saying weird.
You can't say that.
No.
You can't say that.
Everybody's weird. Everybody's weird. We already know she's
judging.
Weird. Fam, you have your main page and you have a page called Galacta Whore that you purposely created to troll. So, yeah, you currently...
It might be a screw loose, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever. But I'm just saying, like, she's special in her own way. Let me not use the word weird, right? But we all know that, she has came out in the last few years and said, I suffer from anxiety. I don't like being around too many people. I don't like to be the center of attention. But you in the news every day.
Wait, so what happened
in black media every day. If it's not for you not giving credit to a hairstylist, it's for you wilding out doing this and that. The latest scandal or the shenanigans, part of her shenanigans, she shaved her head. She looks like the nigga with the one...
Like Grudo or Rodo?
The nigga from Mortal Kombat with the one streak of hair. Again, beautiful girl. You do what you got to do. Maybe she's going through her Britney phase. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about women's mental health. That's not my place. But what I am saying is for somebody that say that they don't like attention and they're anxious a lot, you doing a lot to be talked about. That's it. I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to walk away. That's it.
So what I'm going to say on it, she just looks free.
No, we can't even be men anymore. Nah, okay, no, fuck that. No, she's nuts. She's nuts. Because Beyonce don't like attention, Beyonce stay the fuck away from cameras. I don't want to hear that, bro. Now you got me turned up. I don't like you bitches that claim you look up to Beyonce. You want to be this. You want to be that. Beyonce is not on Instagram every day. Beyonce doesn't trash her nigga on Instagram. She doesn't. Fam, like, what are we doing?
So, all right. With the picture, how she shaved her head and all that, I don't agree with it. But if that's ladies, I'm not saying y'all to do that because she's rich. She can do whatever the fuck she wants and she's gonna get accepted. Not the fact that maybe
she got a man. Go ahead.
Well, she's gonna get a man regardless. She's Summer Walker. No matter what she look like, to be honest. And like, I'm gonna make a statement. I'm going to get some backlash. I don't think anybody with face tattoos is 100% sane.
Oh, I'm not gonna say anything about.
I'll say it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying she's insane, but I'm saying anybody with face tattoos is not 100% sane. Cause think about it. You had to leave your house. No, wait, hold on. You had to think about getting the tattoo. Set the appointment. Leave your house. Dap up your tattoo artist. Lay down. And get the tattoos. There's a lot of a process to get a face tattoo. And I always told this to everybody. I'm always jealous of people with face tats because every time I see someone with face tats, that means they figured out life. Because you have a face tat, that means you established a job you wanted. You established what makes you happy.
Yep.
And you don't care about people judging you.
Yep.
So I'm going to end this by saying, Summer Walker, I'm jealous.
Gary, you throw so much shade at it. If y'all don't know Gary, I could read through everything he just said and pick out the cap. But
jealous.
I respect that answer, man. But I think she should have a conversation with her camp. I think an artist of her magnitude need a team to run her Instagram. Because clearly, when we give you guys the power to do what you want, you do too much.
I would just tell like her associates, friends, circle,
manager,
just keep an eye on her. And that's actually, I know we bring him up damn near every week, but Pete Davidson, because I've been following Pete Davidson. Who? That's like, but with Pete Davidson, I've been following him ever since he was on Wild 'N Out. He's been on The Breakfast Club. He said that he suffers from anxiety really bad, and I think his worst state of anxiety is when he was dating. Him and Ariana Grande when they broke up. That was his deepest.
Yeah, he needs to stop dating famous bitches to get these bitches come with a hive, bro. You gonna get a headache. You can't date Kim Kardashian and think she's a normal girl. You can't date Ariana Grande, who was at the time the hottest pop star on the fucking planet.
Still one of the hottest pop stars.
And think like that lifestyle is gonna come with just candy and kisses. Like, fam, it doesn't work like that.
I would just say, like, someone needs to be in his corner. Hey, bro, just letting you know, if you and Shorty break up, I would just say, maybe you can't maintain this pussy, bro. Because that pussy probably is not for you, bro. You don't know what comes with this pussy. Because like he was complaining the fact that paparazzi was in Staten Island asking his mom questions. Fam, you dating Kim Kardashian? She gets more news report on her than the president.
Exactly. My thing is, I said this on the live show. Like, I think men should be responsible with dick, right? The reason why I say that is because you gotta know what you are willing to put up with. Putting my dick in her is gonna come with these problems. You have to, you have to assess who you dealing with. It's called risk assessment. You know what? This episode might be called risk assessment. It's called risk assessment. Look it up. You have to know the cause and the effect. You have to think before you do whatever it is that you do.
Summer Walker, you shaved off your head? You expected the media to...
She has 3 baby daddies.
Who?
No, I'm just saying. That's just an example. If she has 3 baby daddies that she don't speak highly about, you're most likely going to be the 4th. If she stabbed the nigga in the past, she's probably going to throw a rock at your car.
She's bettering her life, bro.
If she don't respect her own mom, she's most likely going to try to fight yours. Let's try to use our common sense and think with the right head when we meet women, so we don't get into certain predicaments.
That's a fact.
That's it.
But then again, we will end this segment by saying, Summer Walker, I'm still jealous.
You figured it. You
figured it out. Whatever you're doing, you figured it out.
Congratulations. You have arrived.
Congratulations. Oh.
So, the last topic, the last thing we're going to cover today, that's something near and dear to my heart. The reason being is because I've watched a lot of people close to me, a lot of friends, family members go through this. And, I kind of came up with a list on how to kind of avoid certain things. Because I like to observe things from afar, and I like to learn from other people's mistakes. Just so when I'm in that position, even if I never lived it, I can kind of know how to maneuver or have a better perspective and more of a foot to spiral on if, I deal with the same issues. The thing I thought about this week that's important and I want to talk to people about is how to not lose yourself in a relationship / marriage /
But how can you talk about that, Cheech? You've never been in a relationship. How can you talk about that, Cheech?
I've been in one relationship, right? I'm not an expert, but there's certain things that I do to prevent me from losing myself, pretty much, right? And I think that's something that a lot of people, that, again, piggybacking from the Pete Davidson thing, like, there's a time where he wanted to kill himself, commit suicide and stuff like that. So, to prevent a lot of stuff from happening, as a man, right? I can only speak for the men because I'm a man, right? Mm-hmm. I use the 80-20% rule, or I use the 90-10%, which is you invest 90% of your energy into someone. You always leave about 10 or 20% to yourself. The reason being is you don't want to give your all to somebody because they're not God. Anybody could wake up one day, switch up on you, not feel the same way. You get what I'm saying, or switch up on you out of nowhere. You always got to leave a little bit of yourself in yourself to kind of, bring yourself back to life. Yes, if somebody that you've been dating for 5 years decide one day that they want to cheat on you or they don't want to be with you anymore, it's going to stink. You're going to cry. You're going to go through it. But, the difference between somebody that goes through it and understand and heal through the pain versus somebody that sits in a room depressed, for 4 months straight and wants to kill themselves is just learning how to put yourself first in certain positions. I watch people in relationships literally do everything with their partner. There's nothing wrong with that. But fam, you could go to 7-Eleven by yourself. Like, if your girl is chilling with you on the couch, you don't have to have her go with you to 7-Eleven.
She just asked me that you want me back at Pantry.
No, it's not even about that. It's just like, sometimes us as men, we're afraid to have fun outside of the relationship. We're afraid to have fun outside of our significant other because we feel like we have to explain why we having a good time without her. You feel me? And, you have your own life. You feel me? It should be, I have my life, you have your life, and we have a life together. And, just having someone 24/7 in your space is not healthy. You feel me? And on top of that, you're gonna create dependency issues. There's a lot that come with that, and nobody likes that. You get what I'm saying? And as soon as you stop that, a lot of questions are gonna come out of that. Oh, I feel like you cheating. You used to call me every second of the day. Now you stopped doing it. It must be another bitch. It's like if you nip that in the bud, like, from the jump, then there's certain things that is never gonna happen to you. So I wrote a few things down, like you can hang out with your friends alone sometimes. Like, you don't always have to have your partner.
Which
in
I
the
do.
room.
I'm putting it out there. Which I do.
This is not based on you.
I know, but I have to make the statement still.
No, I got you. So you can definitely hang out with your own group of friends alone. Number 2, I have get to know yourself. Fam, I get it. If you want to date, you want to take your girl to you want to go get a pedicure with your girl, it's cool. But if you used to do that by yourself, like, there's no rule that says you gotta bring your shorty with you every time you're doing self-care for yourself.
Can I make just like a quick little list of some shit that when you're in a relationship, you just have to sadly dead some shit?
No, I mean, for sure.
I'm gonna do a quick list, fellas. I know it sucks. You cannot finish this series without your girlfriend. I'm sorry.
Or you could finish it and pretend like you're enjoying it again. I know you've done that shit. You
I thought about it, but I did not.
All right, we're gonna have an.
I'm on the last episode of Ozark, and I almost hit you up for your account. This close, but no, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm gonna give him the account after we record this.
No, do not give me the account to watch the finale, Cheech.
Why?
Do not do that. I want to wait for my girlfriend to catch up on all 6 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
And fellas, you cannot go to the movies by yourself anymore. I'm
right.
sorry. Yes, I know it sucks. Can't do it.
And again, fellas, like to continue with my point, maintain a little mystery. I know you've been pussy whipped. I know your thoughts have been pussified. Fam, women love curiosity. They want to ask you about your day, but she's not going to do that if she knows your every move and what you had, how many times you shitted that day. You get what I'm saying? Like, have a little bit of mystery because, there's a family member of mine that's going through that. It's like there's nothing to talk about because you spend the whole day texting your significant other. It's like now you guys look nuts. You get home, now you guys are going to sit side by side by the TV, eat, and then go to sleep because there's nothing to talk about. You get what I'm saying? So definitely keep a little mystery. Stop oversharing. You feel me? You got a new cologne today at the mall. Fam, you don't have to tell the whole world. You definitely can't tell a woman every time you do some shopping. Because what's the first question she's going to say? Go ahead, Gary. Give it to me. What did you get me? That's exactly what she's going to say.
All right, hold on. Because we're low on time. We're low on time. Can I just give my take on this subject?
Sure, go ahead.
Let me just say that, fellas, as far as losing yourself in a relationship, there's some tips to do it because I have been. There's one time I visibly saw I lost myself because of my relationship. Sometimes
you do a good job though. I give you.
There was one time I'll admit we were at Twin Peaks and I said, "Yo, I feel bloated."
Oh yeah.
That was one time.
That's when I looked at you and be like, "Oh yeah, he's out of here."
Lost one on to the game.
Yeah, I remember
time.
that too. It's crazy.
But the thing is, fellas, when you're in a committed relationship, you gotta remember your niggas is your niggas at the end of the day.
True.
Because nothing looks crazier than a nigga literally leaving his clique for 6 to 7 months to a year. Then y'all break up and then you slowly crawl back into your group.
What your boys doing tonight?
Because the energy is never gonna be the same. Because at that point it's like, yo, what happens to the next time?
and you being talked about too when you're not there.
1,000%.
Like we know why you coming back. Or when you going through some problems with your girl, that's when you hitting us up like, fam, like why you being weird to us?
For tips for dudes in a committed relationship like me, group chats are very necessary.
Healthy.
Very healthy. Very healthy. I'm not gonna explain all the reasons why, but group chats are very healthy.
By the way, if our group chats get red, I'm going to jail.
We are going to jail. Officer, it was me. Throw away the key.
Yeah, man. It's just, I've watched a lot of people, man. I'm just going to close out by saying this, just remain your true selves, man. And because, we already live in a time where, people have codependency issues. People are very depressed a lot easily. And it's cool, the cliche thing to do is to confide in somebody. But I promise you guys, if you guys learn anything from me, is if you confide in God, I promise you're going to be okay in any situation.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So, just don't put your all into one person. You feel me? Just make sure you leave a little bit to yourself for yourself in case.
Well, I'm not going to say don't put your all into one because that's called marriage.
I'm not. See, you thinking the next 3 steps ahead. I'm not talking about somebody that's in a relationship.
I'm trying to clean up for you, dog. I know what they're going to do with your words.
I don't give a fuck. They know me, man. We're not doing that. But
let's close up before we get in trouble.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's about it, man. This has been my advice today for y'all, man. And we enjoy recording this. We hope you enjoy listening to it. Thank you for your continuous support, sharing, asking us questions, watching the videos, interacting with us. That we see every single comment. Yeah, man. Like we're gonna keep dropping some heat for y'all, and we hope y'all continue to appreciate it.
And want to remind everyone, we do have visuals, pictures, and all that in HD quality. Go on the YouTube, and there might be a slight problem with the audio when it comes to like the streaming service this week, but we are trying our best to get it done. Not gonna explain why.
Yeah, we're in a little transition period right now. But you know, as always, you know, good quality. Shout out to Gary for doing all the, you know, editing and, you know, countless hours spent working on our videos and stuff like that. I don't want to take credit for things that I'm not involved in. That's all. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, Cheech.
No problem.
I appreciate you.
I came out verbally and publicly to say that. But again, I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. your favorite journalist, a.k.a. you'll see me back next week, a.k.a. I don't know what you doing for Valentine's Day, but I got plans.
Oh man, well I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Black Business Supporter, aka we staying inside for Valentine's this year.
Okay, it sounds a little cheap, but I'm gonna let you rock. All right, man, we'll catch y'all next week, man. And if you're watching it and you made it this far, see you Saturday.
And what are
good
we?
morning. These are the aesthetics.
We getting in trouble this week.
1000%.